Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and today we're going to take a look at the Power Absorption category team. Now this is definitely a team I think that is going to be impacted very heavily by the same name update in particular, right? Now you have several characters here who are definitely going to be due to get like major upgrades in the future. And then with the same name update, we potentially could run multiple of them in the same team, right? So obviously the strongest character on the team is LR Bootanks. He is the leader of the team, a very, very good unit. Now, as far as Buhan goes, funny enough, we really only have the EZA Buhan who came out many years ago. I mean, I would not be surprised to see another Buhan come out like this. He just does so many attacks, and we easily could get like the super Boo Ghost attack in like the really good updated animations. I mean, like, Buhan does literally everything against Vegito, right? So like they could take many cards from all the different attacks Buhan does against Vegito. Some of it obviously is already constituted in the actual main LR, but I mean his main like this right there, that's from when he's just attacking Goku and Vegeta. Less so, you know, the actual Vegito, like once, you know, shit gets like super serious, right? So we have that. Omega Shenron, I mean, we're definitely going to get like an LR Omega Shenron at some point in the future. Now, Sin Shenron specifically is not on here, but if we had like a transforming Sin Shenron into Omega Shenron as potentially an LR, that would be good. Obviously, that would also be good because it would give like sort of another partner for Omega Shenron, right? And like, you know, this guy is going to be a great partner for any, you know, other like sort of Omega Shenron just as a support type unit, even if you're not linking him together, right? So that's going to be good. Again, there's a lot of possibilities with Majin Buu. Besides Kid Buu, like, you know, like Fat Buu, all the different sort of like absorbed versions of Buu are on here as well, right? Like we'll definitely see, you know, probably future versions of like, you know, Super Buu and stuff like that. Like we definitely could get sort of upgraded versions. Now, Cell specifically, it's none of the cells like from after he blows up, right? That's the like official cutoff point for this category is like him actually exploding, right? That's why none of the perfect cells are actually over here on this category, which I mean I guess does make sense, right? Metal Cooler, I do think Metal Cooler potentially could get another unit at some point. I mean, what's interesting about this too is that even though like he has like a giant transformation right here, he doesn't have like a different name. I've always thought that was sort of odd, right? Like, he has just the same name. Like, they easily could make, like, another Metal Cooler character who has, like, Metal Cooler Core in his name or something like that, right? Obviously, like, different cells. Like, I'm sure we might see, like, another, like, second form cell show up at some point. I don't really know about Mira. I mean, you know, we potentially could see more versions of Mira in the future. I don't know specifically if we'd see, like, a Dokkan Fest Mira or anything like that. But I do see the potential for some big-time characters. And obviously Super 17, right? Just like Buhan, Super 17 doesn't, like, you know, he could get, like, an LR, or we could get, like, a Hellfighter 17 and, like, you know, Android 17 sort of, like, fusing character. Now, Hellfighter 17 is, no, it's specifically only Super 17. Right, I assume it's from his sort of like energy absorption technique is the reason why he's actually on this category. Again, I presume, right? Android 13 as well. Now we you know, this base form Android 13 is solid enough, but this guy right here, the transformed sort of like fusion Android 13. I mean, I think he could get a summonable LR, honestly. I do think, because like, you know, he's kind of like fodder, right? Like, you have this guy. You do have the Int one, who is actually a Rainbow Orb Changer, which is helpful. But, like, even after their EZA, like, look at this. This guy's an EZA with 14,000 attack. This guy's an EZA with under 14,000 attack right there. So, you know, they definitely have aged quite a bit. The Power Absorption team is definitely solid, you know, largely predicated around sort of like the top row. Oh, I mean, outside of this loser right here. But the top couple units in this team are very, very ultra powerful, right? And again, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing, you know, potential other, you know, like a big time another summonable LR Buhan could come out or something like that, I do think it would work very well. So let's go ahead and hop in and test out the Power Absorption category team. Alright, so we are here in an event with the Power Absorption team. Now, one of the things I'm busting out right here is this bad boy right here. So this is the TUR of LR Bootanks. Now, this guy, he's not like the craziest thing ever or anything like that, but I think he's actually going to be he's a fairly capable option on this team, actually, especially if you're going to run mostly Majin Boos or have like a lot of different Majin characters. I think you definitely can run this guy. Now, I'm going to do a full-on like Rainbow Showcase for him once I get him to like Link level 5 and stuff like that, but we'll sort of get a quick look at him right now. Now, obviously, we're not going to be able to link up with the LR Bootanks, but we are going to be able to do that once we transform with him. Now, of course, we're going to go ahead and keep LR Bootanks sort of in slot 1. Let him stack up that defense with his 18-key super attack, right? By the way, TUR, like that TUR Bootanks at the end right there, he doesn't need it, but he does get 1 key per type key sphere obtained, the same way that the LR Bootanks does, right? It's a very powerful ability. That TUR Bootanks also is stacking attacks, so we can see his attack stat get fairly high by the end of this fight. And he does recover 10% HP at the start of turn. That's the thing about a lot of these characters, is that a lot of them are HP regenning all over the place, right? This TUR is, the AGL Boo Piccolo is, obviously the main LR Bootanks are going to be healing. We are going to be healing up so much. And then this guy right here, he's just going to build that attack, baby. Build that shit up. So, alright. And then, of course, we've got these guys here, you know, Super 17 and Metal Cooler. Both, you know, sort of like units that do sort of like stack up and build up. Now, what's funny is we have AGL Boo Piccolo here. This guy is really, really crazy, right? I mean, you just look at what that AGL Boo Piccolo does. I actually don't have him at full level 10 links, but I have to get that done soon. There's just, again, there's just so many characters. He has a 50% chance to stun on super attack. He recovers 15% HP at the start of turn. He gives himself 3 key and 150% attack and defense at the start of turn. You know, giving himself the key is very helpful. Then he gives Power Absorption category allies 30% attack, 50% defense. And he has a 30% chance of dodging enemy attack. He just does so much. He is so good. It's like, it's stunning. It's shocking how good, honestly, that they made that Boo Piccolo. Like him and the physical Tien are like ludicrously powerful. Because like, look at Boo Piccolo, dude. He has a high chance to stun. He has a 30% chance to dodge. He's supporting. He's healing. He's giving himself key so it's easier from the super attack, right? Like, he is just really strong. The only thing is that, like, he does have Brainiacs, which I don't know that Brainiacs necessarily, but anyway, any damage you take is not really a big deal. I don't know that Brainiacs is necessarily a great link for this guy to have. I mean, I guess maybe we could link it up with Golden Cooler on, like, Transformation Boost. But, like, that's pretty much it. Like, Brainiacs, I feel like, for the most part, is probably a dead link on him. Maybe if you're running, like, an actual Boo Saga team, you know, one of the base Vegetos, like, you know, would have Brainiacs. I guess LR Vegito Blue, the Tech Vegito Blue, before he transforms, he's got Brainiacs as well, before he actually transforms into Vegito Blue. Or, like, the Super Saiyan Great Saiyan Man. It's like, if you're running him on Boo Saga, I guess you could activate it, but that's pretty much it, right? I think I'm going to keep this Bootanks around, honestly. Again, I would like to get a little bit of use out of this guy while we've got him. The only thing is that defensively, he's definitely not going to be up to snuff, right? But we are going to be healing so much health, right? Like, every turn, I'm not really too concerned. The only thing that's going to be unfortunate is if we take too much damage, we're not going to be able to transform with LR Bootanks into Buhan, right? Because you do have to be, I believe, above 50% HP in order to actually use the active skill and transform. But, I mean, regardless, we're just going to be healing up so much anyway. We should be fine. That's a lot of damage. Oh, no way. Could we actually die? He actually caught us? Are you kidding me? That's where he decides to attack. We might actually die. No, wait. I'm building the TUR up. Chill. Oh, what? Wait a minute. All right, that Vegeta actually tore us up. All right, well, that was hard. Yeah, I guess occasionally, sometimes you can get caught. Back-to-back turns of the physical unit getting blown away. It's like, whoops. I probably will not transform with the Bootanks quite yet. We'll give him, like, another turn, because remember, Bootanks is stacking defense when you get his 18-key super attack. I actually do really like that about Bootanks, the fact that he's able to just do that. Actually, this one's not going to get an 18-key, but whatever. All right, it's fine, it's fine. But we'll also be able to get to bust out AGL Metal Cooler here. Now, AGL Metal Cooler is not a unit that I've really run too often in quite a while. I mean, AGL Metal Cooler, like, he's solid. He's definitely not, like, horrible or anything like that. Funny enough, we now have, like, major release units, or, you know, around Metal Cooler's time that have actually gotten easy A's, right? Because, like, LR Goku and Frieza was, like, 2 banners before Metal Cooler, so... You know, now it's like, you know, that, like, sort of range of character we potentially could see, you know, easy A's. Metal Cooler is also one of the starts of, like, his super attack animation was just, like, stunned. I remember seeing that. I think I was in a movie theater. Or was that what that... I think, because I remember when they showed Metal Cooler, they accidentally tweeted the Super Saiyan Vegeta, right? And then, like, they tweeted it, like, a couple hours later or something like that. I remember that. And, like, I remember just being blown away at how good the animations were. It's like, whoa, what is this? Like, huge upgrade, right? And that's, I feel like that is something that a lot of people sort of, like, forget about or don't realize, is that basically any summon animations from, like, the first, you know, almost 4 years of the game can be replaced. Like, even the LR Super Saiyan 4s, who came out for the 4-year anniversary, like, their animations are mid, 4 years in. So it's like, it's really only around that time where you could start, like, you know, targeting out characters that they're not likely to replace because of the animations, right? So, like, that, I think, is a very, very, very important thing to consider with Dokkan moving forward. Okay, here we go. So now we can rock one of the things I wanted to do. Let's go ahead and transform with Bootanks into Buhan right here. Buhan gets a nice buff because, you know, he's going to be able to have big bad bosses. And then, of course, we can link it with a TUR for gooey fun. Alright, so now our boys are linking together quite nicely. Now, again, we can put Buhan right there in the middle. We'll activate big bad bosses, push them over 400k. But again, the TUR Bootanks here is a little bit squishy. I mean, one reason his links are so, you know, like, low, right? If I had his links more highly leveled, this TUR Bootanks right here, he'd definitely be a lot more effective, right? Because, like, these characters have got quite a few links that give defense, right? Metamorphosis, Shocking Speed, Majin, all give defense. So, like, we could get a lot, you know, maybe as much as almost like 15% extra defense just from leveling up that TUR Bootanks' links. That's why link levels are very important at this stage of the game, no doubt about that. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and let Bootanks, you know, get a super attack off right here. Remember that Super 17 is ridiculously good. Once like, if you're talking about a long event, Super 17 is radically powerful as he's able to build up that damage reduction of his, and he's able to rock, like, you know, 70% damage reduction, and then at that point, you know, he's rocking, you know, over 100k defense after he super attacks. Like, he can be very, very impressive, right? Like, even if God Goku Super 17 right here, he really wouldn't do that much damage. Super 17 is a very good unit, right? Like, I think they, like, his EZA, I still think is probably one of the more impressive ones, kind of like from what he was up until what he, like, became. I think was a very good look for that Super 17 card, right? Okay, so here's the turn right here. Yes. And then notice that we are just regenning like crazy every single, like, turn that we're, like, sort of, like, loading in right here, right? It's like, yeah, they could do damage to us, but for the most part, we're just going to be healing that off, right? Like, that's not really going to be an issue. In order to actually, like, die with this team, we'd have to get super attacked maybe something like 2 turns in a row on type disadvantage in the one squishy unit of the rotation both times. You know, something along those lines. Buhan, yeah, you hit hard enough. Buhan is really good. I do actually really like that unit. I think I probably... It's difficult. I mean, in terms of, like, best villain unit in Dokkan right now, like, I think, like, LR STR Broly is, like, right there in the discussion for number 1. I think the LR Turles army is as well, and then, obviously, LR Bootanks. I sort of change my mind with it all the time, right? I probably right now would go... I think I would say Broly 1... Probably Bootanks 2 and then Turles 3, right? At the moment is kind of what, like, they're all sort of, like, in the mix of, like, top 5 potential units, right? I think they're very, very good. A lot of, they serve different purposes, right? It's the only thing with LR Turles, like, LR Turles, you know, you get that full 24 key, and it's like, he's number 1. But, you know, if you don't get a lot of key for him, which, you know, can happen occasionally, you know, he doesn't look like he's as impressive, I think, as some of the other summonable LRs. But he is still supporting Terrifying Conquerors, too, which makes him crazy. So, let me know what you guys think of the power absorption category. Again, like, the healing, it's like, you know, we take damage, and then we just heal it right back up. There's so many healing characters here. You know, and then, like, even if I had, like, Metamorphosis leveled up, like, a little bit more on, like, Boo Piccolo and stuff, they'd be healing even more. It's a good team. And power absorption is just only going to get stronger as the future goes on. So, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.